5 processes P1 to P5 they have given, arrival time, burst time and the priority for each process they have given, and lowest number represents the highest priority. Now they have asked that how many schedules can be possible to run processes. First of all, we will be having only two processes P1 and P5 at time instance 0. That means among P1 and P5 both can be executed just because both are having priority same, say 1 and 1, and both are arriving at time 0. So among P1 and P5 any from ME between P1 and P5, that means two schedules I can have for P1 and P5, P1 P5 or P5 P1. After that, when P1 and P5 both will be completed, burst time of P1 is 3, burst time of P5 is 4, that means up to 7 time instance my P1 and P5 will be completed. After that, up to 7 instance of time in my timeline, I will be having only one process, that is this one P2. So P2 I'll have to execute after that, and as this is non-preemptive scheduling, that means I'll have to execute P2 first completely, and after that execution of P2, the burst time of P2 is 3, you can understand this is 3. So after that P3 and P4 both will be available. So any of P3 and P4 you can execute in any order just because both are having same priority. So 2 factorial will be combination of P1 and P5, 1 multiplied by 2 factorial again the combination of P1 and P3 or P3 and P4. So my answer is 2 into 1 into 2, that is 4. So 4 schedules are there I can have to execute P1 to P5.